Okay, I want to welcome everyone to this afternoon's meeting. First, we'd like to ask everybody to please bow your head for a moment of silent reflection. Amen. Thank you. Okay, Mr. Minges.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners. Our next scheduled commission business meeting will be next Wednesday, July 17th at 2 o'clock.
Next Wednesday at 2 o'clock, July 17th. That works. Thank you.
On our utilities agenda, item number 1, docket number 2008-140A, is a request for an extension of time.
Mr. Chairman.
Commissioner Hamilton.
Mr. Chairman, I would move that we grant the request of AAA Utilities Incorporated for an extension of time until July 17, 2019 to file its 2018 annual report. So move, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. You've heard Commissioner Hamilton's motion. Are there questions or comments? If not all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. The motion carries. Thank you.
Item number 2, docket numbers 1996 218C and 1998 58C. We have a request of Access Point Incorporated to cancel its authority to provide telecommunication services.
Mr. Chairman.
Commissioner Hamilton.
Mr. Chairman, I would move that we grant Access Point Incorporated's request to cancel its authority to provide telecommunication services. So move, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. You've heard Commissioner Hamilton's motion. Are there questions or comments? Not all in favor, please say aye. Aye. All opposed, no. Motion carries. Thank you.
Item number 3, docket number 2019-14C, a request for confidential treatment.
Mr. Chairman.
Commissioner Whitfield.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we grant FTC Communication LLC, doing business as FTC Wireless, request for confidential treatment of certain portions of its ETC annual report. Company states that Exhibits 2, 3, and 4 were filed under seal because of the proprietary information that they contain. So moved.
Thank you. You've heard Commissioner Whitfield's motion. Are there questions or comments? If not all in favor, please say aye. Aye. All opposed, no. Motion carries. Thank you.
Item number 4, docket number 2013-268C. We have a request for confidential treatment.
Mr. Chairman,
Commissioner Belser.
I move that we grant confidential treatment to Farmers Telephone Cooperative's rate floor report that's required by the Federal Communication Commission every year by July 1st. Farmers Telephone maintains that this report contains competitively sensitive information. So move.
Thank you. You've heard Commissioner Belser's motion. Are there questions or comments? Not all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Motion carries. Thank you.
Item number 5, docket number 2013-421C. We have a request to operate as a payphone service provider.
Mr. Chairman.
Commissioner Williams.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I move that we grant the application of Crown Correctional Telephone Incorporated for certification to operate as a payphone service provider in the state of South Carolina and afford confidential treatment of the financial statement that was filed under seal. The company shall provide a company balance sheet by July 31st, 2019. So move, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. You've heard Commissioner Williams' motion. Are there questions or comments? Not all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Motion carries. Thank you.
Item number 6, docket number 2018-61G. This item concerns the Second Amendment to the Agreement for Transportation Service with Firm Gas Standby between SC Pet Food Solutions, LLC, and Dominion Energy.
Mr. Chairman,
Commissioner Belser.
I move that we approve the Second Amendment to the Agreement for Transportation Service with Firm Gas Standby between SC Pet Food Solutions, LLC, and Dominion Energy, South Carolina, Incorporated. So move.
Thank you. You've heard Commissioner Belser's motion. Are there questions or comments? Not all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Motion carries. Thank you.
Item number 7, docket number 2016-29 WS. Harbor Island Utilities is seeking approval of a pass-through wholesale water rate increase.
Mr. Chairman,
Commissioner Howard.
Chairman, by order number 2017-80A, the Commission approved pass-through charges for bulk water that Harbor Island Utilities must purchase from the Buford Jasper Water Sewer Authority to serve its customers. The water is transported through a line owned by the Fripp Island Public Service District. On June the 19th, 2019, Harbor Island Utilities informed the Commission that the Buford Jasper Water and Sewer Authority intends to increase its water cost by 10 cents per 1,000 gallons, effective July 1, 2019. Additionally, Harbor Island received a notice from the Fripp Island Public Service District that the transportation fee will increase by 1 cent per 1,000 gallons, effective July 1, 2019. According to Harbor Island, the combined increase would be 11 cents per 1,000 gallons. For a household that uses 250 gallons of water per day, the combined increase would be approximately 82.5 cents per month. I move we approve the pass-through and transportation fee as described by the company with a 30-day notice to its customers. So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. You've heard Commissioner Howard's motion. Are there questions or comments? Not all in favor, please say aye. Aye. All opposed, no. Motion carries. Thank you.
We'll carry over item number 8.
Okay.
Items number 9 through 15 are petitions to intervene by Johnson Develop Associates in the following dockets respectively. Docket numbers 2019-194E, 2019-195E, 2019-196E, 2019-197E, 2019-207E, 2019-208E, and 2019-209E.
Mr. Chairman,
Commissioner Williams.
I move that we grant the petition to intervene filed on behalf of Johnson Development Associates, items 9 through 15, the dockets as read by Mr. Menges. So move, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. You've heard Commissioner Williams' motion. Questions or comments? Not all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Motion carries. Thank you.
Item number 16, docket number 2019-213E. This matter involves a motion to dismiss the Hector and Jardine Rivas complaint filed by Dominion Energy.
Mr. Chairman,
Commissioner Belser.
this consumer complaint against Dominion Energy concerns a residential account which was subject to a budget billing agreement the customer entered into with the utility. The complaint disputes a change in the amount of a budget billing payment and the balance due under the budget billing program. As to the nature of the complaint, the complainant's checked boxes on the complaint form indicating billing error adjustments, wrong rate, and meter issue. In response to the complaint, Dominion filed a letter setting forth its answer, response, and a motion to dismiss, including various billing records on the account, the affidavit of Cindy Huck, Supervisor for Customer Service Quality Assurance, who verified the contents of Dominion's response and the motion to dismiss, and the findings letter from the Office of Regulatory Staff after a meter test was conducted and ORS completed its investigation of the complaint. In its response, Dominion explains the budget billing payment amount, stating that in order to determine a customer's monthly budget billing payment amount, Dominion averages the customer's 12 previous bills and the projected cost of energy over the next 12 months and divides that amount into 12 equal payments. Changes to the monthly budget billing amount may be made during the test year if rate changes occur, if the customer adds additional services to his or her account, or if the customer's actual usage changes significantly. An annual adjustment is scheduled after the customer has received 12 monthly bills. At that time, a customer's budget billing amount is recalculated based on the actual energy charges over the previous 12 months and the projected cost of energy over the next 12 months. The customer's payments and charges are then reconciled. If the total of the customer's payments are not enough to cover his or her actual charges for the previous year, the customer is given the option to either pay the difference from the previous year in full or pay the new budget billing amount, which will include the amount brought forward from the previous year as part of the new monthly payment amount. Dominion states it notified the complainant on December 18, 2018, that a periodic review of the account indicated the need to change the monthly budget billing amount in an attempt to prevent a large balance on their budget billing anniversary date. At the time the adjustment was made, the account balance was undercollected, and the adjustment would be added to the monthly budget billing payment to recover the undercollected balance. Dominion also provided the findings letter from the Office of Regulatory Staff of ORS's review of the complaint. That finding letter contained documentation from the meter test conducted and indicated the meter tested within normal regulatory limits and was working properly. Following review of the complaint and the response of Dominion, which includes the affidavit of Ms. Hucks, the account billing records, and the findings letter from ORS, it appears from the meter test that the electric meter was functioning within the limits of accuracy prescribed by the Commission's regulations, and that Dominion's charges were accurate and made in accordance with the budget billing program. Nothing presented by the complainant indicates a billing error, an incorrect rate being charged, or a meter issue. I therefore conclude that the complaint alleges no violation of a Commission regulation or statute, and I move that the complaint be dismissed. Thank you.
Thank you. You heard Commissioner Belzer's motion. Are there questions or comments? If not, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. The motion carries. Thank you.
Item number 17, docket number 2019-190E. This matter involves a motion to dismiss the Melinda McKissick complaint filed by Duke Energy Progress.
Mr. Chairman,
Commissioner Urban.
Ms. Melinda McKissick's motion, Ms. McKissick's petition is before us on the motion of Duke Energy Progress to dismiss. The complainant, Ms. McKissick, has not alleged a violation of any applicable state statute or regulation. The grounds for dismissal before the Commission, I think, are proper. Duke is deploying advanced metering infrastructure in its service territory, but it has been bypassing customers that have objected to the installation of smart meters. Those customers are temporarily allowed to continue to be served by the existing automated meter reading meters. Upon request by the complainant, Ms. McKissick, she will be able to opt out of a smart meter installation and either spread out the initial setup fee over a 6-month period, or she may seek a medical waiver from the fees if she can provide a statement from a licensed physician in South Carolina requiring that she be medically exempt. Because the complainant has not alleged a violation of any rule, regulation, or statute, and because she has the ability to opt out of the smart meter installation with the potential for a medical waiver of fees, I move that we dismiss this complaint. So move.
Thank you. You've heard Commissioner Urban's motion. Are there questions or comments? If not, all in favor, please say aye.
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 All opposed, no. And the motion carries. Thank you.
Item number 18, docket number 2019-187E. This matter involves a motion to dismiss the Charles Lewis complaint filed by Duke Energy Carolinas.
Mr. Chairman.
Commissioner Urban.
Again, this is a case where Mr. Lewis has alleged no violation of any applicable state statute or regulation in his complaint. Duke Energy Carolinas has moved to dismiss. I move that we grant the motion to dismiss. The Commission has approved a modification to the MRM rider that allows Mr. Lewis to have the company install a manually read meter at his home without incurring additional setup fees or monthly charges if he provides a notarized statement from his physician who's licensed in the state of South Carolina, certifying that he must avoid exposure to radio frequency emissions to the extent possible in order to protect his health. Mr. Lewis has advised the commission, however, that the MRM rider, by its own terms, is not available to customers taking service under a net metering rider. So opting for a manually read meter would preclude him from using the solar panels that he purchased. Again, Mr. Lewis has not alleged a violation of any applicable statutes, rules, or regulations, and I move that we grant Duke Energy Carolina's motion to dismiss. So move.
Thank you. You've heard Commissioner Irvin's motion. Are there questions or comments? If not, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Motion carries. Thank you.
Item number 19, docket number 2019-189S. Staff presents for commission consideration JCAB Utilities LLC's request for a waiver of document not included in the application.
Mr. Chairman,
Commissioner Irvin.
JCAB Utilities LLC is applying to supply water and sewer service for multifamily apartments in the Rosewood project located at Clemson Development, which is within the city limits of Clemson, South Carolina. According to the application, in order to provide these services, the utility is requesting to establish a sewer pass-through rate, an expansion of its authorized water service area to include certain portions of the city of Clemson, approval of a pass-through charge for sewer and stormwater fees, and approval of the water system and sanitary sewage asset purchase agreement with Triangle Real Estate. Normally, what's required at the time of filing is certain documentations of the request, and those normally are upon receipt of the application. So what I'm going to suggest that we do here is a temporary waiver of the following filing requirements with certain conditions. A, the utility will have to provide a construction permit from the South Carolina Department of Health and Environmental Control, approving the engineering plans and specifications. B, the statement by a professional engineer that the system was built and installed according to plans and specifications on file with the Commission and will furnish adequate service for the area to be served. And finally, a letter from the South Carolina Department of Health and Environmental Control approving the system for operation. If the utility states that the waivers are necessary to comply with the developer's schedule for having the apartments ready for student housing, if they explain that the construction permit application has been completed and submitted to the City of Clemson for review, and upon the city's approval, construction permit application will be submitted to DHEC for issuance of a permit. These items would have to be provided to the Commission as soon as they are received. So, since the utility has further requested a waiver of filing, the applicant's articles of incorporation, an appropriate performance bond, and a copy of the bill form, since they contend these are already on file with the Commission. So after reviewing this entire application, I move that we grant the applicant's request for a temporary waiver of the DHEC and engineering documents with the following limitations. Because the utility has communicated a time-sensitive need, I believe that this would be an appropriate way to try to work with them. However, there are important considerations for applicants to have to complete when the application is filed, so that the Commission and other interested stakeholders may timely and properly evaluate a case. Therefore, I move that we conditionally accept the application and grant a temporary waiver only until August 12th, 2019, close of business, for filing of the DHEC and engineering documents. If the documents are not available by that date, the utility shall have its application dismissed without prejudice. Concerning the waiver of filing the applicant's articles of incorporation, an appropriate bond and a copy of the bill form. I move that we grant the request with the understanding that the appropriateness and sufficiency of the company's current financial security in light of this proposed expansion is not being ruled upon the commission today. And granting this waiver in no way affects our later determination on those issues. So I further move that such sufficiency be reserved and explored as part of this commission's evaluation of the application at the appropriate time. Finally, the applicant is an LLC and thus cannot be represented pro se. And the further requirement will be that they obtain and retain legal counsel to appear on their behalf and represent the LLC in order to pursue this application under the terms and conditions of the temporary waivers. So moved.
Thank you. You've heard Commissioner Irvin's motion. Are there questions or comments? Not all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. The motion carries. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, turning to our transportation agenda, items number 1 through 5 are new applications that can be taken together. Item number 1, docket 2019-237T, Williamsburg Tours LLC. Item 2, docket 2019-234T, S&M Transportation LLC. Item 3, docket 2019-236Ts. The application is
all opposed, no. Commissioner Howard. Thank you. Commissioner Howard, motion. Are there questions or comments? Not all in favor, please say aye. All opposed, no. Motion carries. Thank you.
to amend the scope of authority.
Mr. Chairman.
Commissioner Whitfield.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we grant the request of Kevin Malloy to amend Class C taxi certificate number 9454 to read statewide.
Thank you. You've heard Commissioner Whitfield's motion. Are there questions or comments? Not all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. The motion carries. Thank you.
Item number 9, docket numbers 2010-124T and 2011-342T is a request for a name change.
Mr. Chairman.
Commissioner Williams.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I move that we grant the request of Tri-County Transport Services, LLC, to amend their Class C Charter Certificate number 8273-A and Class C Charter Bus Certificate number 0310-A to read as Zanis Executive Transport, LLC, doing business as Tri-County Transport Limo Service. So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. You've heard Commissioner Williams' motion. Are there questions or comments? Not all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Motion carries. Thank you.
Item number 10, docket number 2017-120T is a request for a name change.
Mr. Chairman.
Commissioner Whitfield.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we grant the request of Allied Transport LLC, request to amend Class C non-emergency certificate number 9243 to read as Mercy Transport LLC.
Thank you. You've heard Commissioner Whitfield's motion. Are there questions or comments? If not, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Motion carries. Thank you.
Item number 11, docket number 2004-26T. We have a request to expand scope of authority along with a request for expedited review.
Mr. Chairman,
Commissioner Urban.
the applicant has filed verified testimony of its general manager, Matthew Oates, along with the affidavit of the company's shipper witness, Britannia Camerata, in support of its application to expand its authority to statewide service. The applicant has requested expedited review and waiver of hearing, and the Office of Regulatory Staff has no objection. In its letter dated July 10, 2019, ORS confirmed that the applicant is currently in compliance with all Commission rules and regulations, that the ORS has not received any consumer complaints related to the applicant in the last 12 months, and that the applicant is up to date on its filing of annual reports and gross receipts. Therefore, I move that we expedite the hearing in this matter and grant the request to expand authority. In addition, I move that we approve the applicant's revised tariff, which was filed in connection with the application. So moved.
Thank you. You've heard Commissioner Urban's motion. Are there questions or comments? If not, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Motion carries. Thank you.
Item number 12, docket number 1996-296T. We have a request for a name change.
Mr. Chairman,
Commissioner Belzer.
I move that we grant the request of C.J. Moore, doing business as Moore Moving Company, to amend Class E Household Goods Certificate Number 2722-A to read J. Moore, DBA, J. Moore Moving Company. So moved.
Thank you. You've heard Commissioner Belzer's motion. Are there questions or comments? If not, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Motion carries.
Item number 13, docket number 2012-247T and 2019-91T. We have a request for reinstatement.
Mr. Chairman,
Commissioner Williams.
I move that we grant the reinstatement of Grace Limousine subject to compliance with all the Commission's rules and regulations. So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. You've heard Commissioner Williams' motion. Are there questions or comments? Not all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Motion carries. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, that concludes today's agenda.
Is there anything else to come before us in this meeting? If not, we're adjourned.